Okay, well this is it, our final video together here. Just wanted to give you some words of advice as you get ready to write this research proposal. This has kind of been the beast looming in the distance ever since we started the course. So this course was intended to prepare you to consume research and produce kind of a proposal, or the beginning steps of producing research. So the consuming we've taken care of. Those were the article reviews, and as you read the literature and annotated bibliography, this is all being able to read research with a critical mind. The next step is producing it, and in order to produce research you have to get IRB approval. When you're dealing with human subjects, to get IRB approval you have to have some kind of proposal, and so that's what this class is preparing, a proposal. It should not have any data analysis, findings, conclusions, limitations, none of that. We're just looking for the intro, the research problem and questions, lit review, and methodology, and then of course any references that you cite along the way. So where to get started on this giant thing? Well, the good news is you're well past started. You've done your research problem and questions, which I've provided feedback on, and you have your lit review, which I've also provided feedback. Please read through my feedback carefully and read through any changes I made carefully. Notice what they are. Don't just accept them. And when I say accept, I mean don't just press accept all changes in document, because what I often do is if I see you making a recurring mistake over and over, I'll fix the first couple, but then I'll expect you to extend those revisions throughout your paper. So make sure you're able to see the changes I made, like maybe you have to show changes in your document in a Word file, and also make sure you read those comments. So once you've done that though, you've pretty much got all of it. You may need to do the introduction. Some of you attached that to your lit review, some of you didn't. If you didn't, this is just a 1 to 2 page overview. It should be easy on the eyes. It should be formal but accessible to the general public. It shouldn't contain a lot of highly technical terms. Someone outside of your field, outside of education, should be able to read it and follow what's going on. And then your methodology section, I give you some tips in Module 4. I give you some example, quantitative, qualitative. I did not give an example mixed methods methodology section, and there's a reason for that. So if you watched my methodology video, you'll start to get the drift that there's a message I'm sending you about mixed methods research. Don't do it. Don't do it right now. Don't do it at the beginning of your research career. If you're well into your research career, or you're working with a researcher who's very advanced, then it's fine. But mixed methods is very difficult to do well. You have to meet the criteria of both groups. It's not easy. So once you've written the methodology, introduction, then you just have to piece it all together. So put it all in order. It should be about 8 to 12 pages. If you're under that or over, then you'll know that you either need to do some expansion or some contraction there. The lit review and research questions, the order that they come in, you have the choice for that. Regardless of what I may have written on your lit review, the point I was trying to get across is that the lit review should address around the research questions, but it shouldn't solidly answer them. If you ask a research question, how many of students are bullied every year, and there's already been several studies on that, there's no need for you to do your research unless there's some conflicting information and you're trying to resolve that, do a replicate study. But in general, you want your literature review to show overall what's been done before. This is the giant. If you've heard the saying, you're standing on the shoulders of giants, the lit review is your giant. That's the foundation that you're building your study upon. And so you've got these different parts of the puzzle, you've put them together. go back, read through the sample lit review that I sent you all from one of the students. That was a beautiful example of how to weave in the citations naturally. Read over the rubric that I posted on Blackboard. Go back and maybe have a couple other people read it. If you want to send a draft to me, feel free. If you do, make sure you're doing it well in advance of the deadline, and also be prepared. The danger of sending it to me is if I give you feedback and then you don't address it in your final paper, I'm going to come down pretty hard on that. So I'm soft the first time I see it, hard the second time I see a mistake, if I've pointed it out to you especially. Other than that, let me know if you're having any questions, but I think you can do this. I know you can do this. You can handle it. As they say in Korea, "하이팅." You have the power, so go get it done. Don't delay, don't procrastinate. Those are grad school habits I know very well, having done them myself. But just go ahead, and you've really done a lot of the work already, so it's just a couple more final steps. All right, thank you for a wonderful course.